Yeah, so we live. And once again it's on. Once again it's on. How you doing?
I'm so good. How's it going, Ticket?
I'm grinding, you know how I do, putting in all this work,
Yeah,
doing what it do,
I know.
whatever we
Happy
got to
Monday.
do, whatever we got to do to be great. It is what it is. You know what I mean?
It is what it is.
So, um before we even get into this, let's just break down how was your whole weekend? How was your whole last week? Cuz the last time we talked to you, you were you had gotten, I think you had gotten like a promotion or something like that.
Yeah, I became the vice president of sales at my company. Um, I took another lap around the sun. I had a birthday. So, life is good. And I'm really grateful to be sitting here with you and the audience tonight.
Right, right. Yo, so we getting into boy 50 Cent. They're saying he's canceled now. They're trying to cancel 50 and get him up out of here based off of um 50 has went MAGA now. And that's a big thing. That It's a big thing because you know how divided our world politically is. You know what I'm saying? So that's
Yeah.
that's a huge thing, that our world is divided so much politically,
Hmm.
that if you choose a side, it's like people, like, let me give you an example. Me and you, we could be friends forever. This is how it's going right now. But if we have a falling out over uh if we have a falling out over politics, then it's like it ruins our whole friendship. Have you ever seen that before?
Yeah. No, I have. I mean, I've seen people fall out and their friendship is ruined over LeBron James.
But I'm talking. No, I'm talking about politics. I don't even want to talk about it. I'm talking about like just politics. Like, have you ever seen somebody fall out? Like, for example, like, I might disagree with you politically, but it'd be a complete fallout because of the simple fact that, hey man, I don't agree with what you feel politically. Go ahead and let us know about that. You know what I got to do real quick. Go ahead.
Yeah. No, I think that genuinely they, when we disagree about things, sometimes people just can't disagree respectfully. So, and I think that in politics and where we're at right now, just the way that the world is, we're so divided. So we're divided politically, we're divided racially, and a lot of times politics bleeds into all kinds of conversations. I remember growing up that you didn't talk about politics, money, religion at the dinner table. But now these topics are coming up more and more and more. That's what we're seeing, and it's really disappointing that people who are friends, they can't have these conversations and disagree. They can't talk about their beliefs in a way that still feels good for everybody. And when I think about 50 Cent, I mean, this is the same guy who publicly said that he was afraid of politics. He was afraid of politics. That's what he said. And he claimed to turn down millions of dollars to perform at a Trump rally because he didn't want to be involved. And he's now reportedly performing at Donald Trump Jr.'s exclusive $500,000 a year MAGA club. I mean, what do we think really changed? Something changed. Something changed in this situation because from the outside looking in, it doesn't look like someone that's staying out of politics. This looks like someone cashing in on politics. And for me, what disappoints me about it is that it's not just another concert. This is a performance at one of the most exclusive political clubs in America, where access is reserved for wealthy political insiders. That's not neutrality, that's participation, right? So, every artist, they have the right to perform wherever they want. That's their business, right? But don't spend years telling people I'm staying away from politics only to show up when the check clears. If you're going to stand somewhere, don't hide behind I'm just here for the music. Authenticity matters. One of the reasons 50 Cent became a cultural icon wasn't just the music, it was because people believed he said exactly what he thought. Whether you agreed with him or not, he came across as unapologetically real. But this feels very different. It sends the message that principles are negotiable if the venue is exclusive enough and the payday is big enough.
Let's get
That's what
into
that, that's what he's saying.
let's get into that because I'm glad you said that because I don't. They can't really see this article I got down here. But basically, this was an old article in Newsweek. This came out in 2024. The article says why 50 Cent turned down a hefty price tag to perform at Trump's Madison Square Garden rally. Now remember, back in 2024, the heat was on. Like if you riding with the other side.
I actually just brought that up. So
Yeah. So
I talked about that.
Yeah.
He
So
turned down that performance. He turned that down.
Oh, so you remember that?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
no,
yeah,
that's
yeah.
exactly,
I was gonna read.
that's my problem. No, that's what I told them. That was the first thing that I said, because he said he was afraid of politics. So he turned that down. You're clearly not afraid of politics. You know what I mean? And let's be honest, Ticket, this is going to alienate a lot of fans, not because they all oppose Donald Trump, but because people respect consistency. If you're
But I
gonna
don't think. Hold on. Let me say. I want to say something to you before you go, because you going. But I want to say this to you. I think that we got to remember one thing too. Because, like I said, hey man, to me, if I'm not like, you know, if I don't rock with MAGA, I ain't rock. It can't nothing make me, like, for example, when Diddy was locked up, before he locked up, he told everybody, hey, Donald Trump is this. He need to be wiped off the face. We don't need to, you know. He was basically preaching the other side, like roll with the Democrats and the other side, right? But as soon as Donald Trump won the presidency and Diddy got in trouble, he said he was willing to go against everything he told everybody else to do to bend the knee for Donald Trump. He was willing to join MAGA to get out of prison. Now, I say that to say this. 50, I don't think it's about the money.
It's not about the money.
I'm going to say this to you.
You know it's about Diddy.
No, that's what I'm saying to you, but we don't know. I don't know. But I'm going to say this. Yeah. The reason why I say I don't know if that's exactly what it is, because he got so many different things, like as far as enemies and people at him going on right now.
Yeah.
Like, to me, if you look at it, I think 50 always be strategic in everything he do. So I don't just look at it just from money, this situation, because if it was money, when he did it before for the $3 billion, he was like, I don't care what nobody said, I'm going to do it before. But now he's doing it for Trump's son, Trump Jr., right? He's going and doing the MAGA event, and he's putting himself in MAGA. But think about this. He's got situation with so many people. He don't know what they're going to try to hit him back with. And remember, he's been hit with some stuff too recently. Like a lot of different things coming back in him. A lot of different old allegations have come back up against him. Different things have come out the woodworks now against him. He's got different allegations out against him now. I think he's got a lawsuit out against him now, making some allegations and claims that's against him. So he has things that he's battling as well. So, you know, you have to look at it like, is it a strategic thing with these guys? And I believe it is, to get around Trump. I don't think any of these guys really like Donald Trump. I think if Donald Trump wasn't president, he wouldn't give a damn what he was doing. What you think about that? Go ahead.
I mean, I just wish that he was straight, 50 Cent. That's the problem. Like, there's just something going on. And to me, be honest, be consistent, and don't switch up on me. And, for me, that's what he's been doing. He's been switching up on us.
They're calling him a sellout. I mean, I'm looking on Twitter. I'm looking on X, excuse me. They on his helmet, like online in the blogs right now. When this was announced like about 3 or 4 hours ago, they immediately was on his helmet. Like, yo, you know what I'm saying? But I said,
I mean,
go ahead.
I understand why he did this, though. I really do. I really do. I think that he has had a deal with Trump since the Diddy trial. That's what I believe.
You said it's been, I think before
Trump
then.
Collects. Well,
I'm talking about during and not after, but I think during it, because he was mentioning certain things during then. Like, remember he was saying, oh yeah, the president ain't going to pardon you and stuff like that.
Exactly. Like, I think that he's been collected by Trump for whatever reason, going back to what I don't know when. I can't pinpoint the timeline on it, but I just think that he has Trump protection somehow.
Let me ask you a question though, because I know this one thing, like, and I'm gonna say this, like, to me, 50 play a dangerous game. Like, I like 50 the musician, but he play a dangerous game because when you come up in that lifestyle, nothing that you got going on with yourself is perfect. So when you're going hard body at these other cats, like and trying to expose him and put stuff out there. It's like,
Exactly.
yo, for example, remember when he went at Rick Ross and he put out the information on Rick Ross's baby mom and stuff like that, and
Yep.
then look what came back out and happened now. Like that's it. Oh, let me
Exactly.
ask you about that. How embarrassing is that situation with Daphne Joy, the way she's carrying herself? Because I think she single handedly lost that entire. Now that I look at it, because at first I was like, damn, how did it? But now that I look at it, the way she acting since the whole trial is over with.
She's the reason why he has 4 years. She's the reason why that case went down the tubes. She was not a credible witness at all. You can't believe her during the trial, and you can't believe her now. She is not a believable witness. She's clearly a gold digger. Clearly, 50 Cent, first of all, if you take a look to back when like they were together, he was in love with her and she used him. And, she's probably the reason why he'll never do anything for a woman again. She's probably, you can just tell that clearly she's not a credible person. She's not a person of character. She was raised her whole life to probably figure out how to get what she wants out of men. That's the person that she seems. And I mean, you know, we can't pretend like with 50 Cent and this whole political thing, if you're going to reject political performances on principle, then you just have to reject them. If you've
Mm.
changed your mind, then you've got to say you've changed your mind. You can't pretend that nothing happened. You can't pretend that you weren't on another side. At the end of the day, celebrities can support whoever they want, right? Because that's America. We're in America. But fans also have the right to question whether somebody who once said they wanted no part of politics suddenly found comfort in performing at one of the country's most politically connected clubs, one of the most divided situations happening in the country. You're now supporting that, and you can call it business, but others are going to call it selling out. And
I don't care.
once people start questioning your authenticity, that's a lot harder to earn back than another paycheck.
I don't care how big her Tommy guns are. If I'm
Mhm.
DJ Academics, there's no way I'm playing that game. Like I think that's a situation right there that's
Yeah.
set to go back because that's a situation where it could just be like a play, but then end up something real. Like when you start
Right.
getting up on somebody like that, you know what I'm saying, and like you know what I'm saying. When I'm starting, like when you starting, when I'm feeling your, like I'm just gonna keep it 100 with you. When I'm feeling your Tommy guns on my chest,
Yeah.
like did you see the pictures with them?
Yeah.
Yeah. So like when you doing that with me, I'm just gonna keep it real. I'm a man. I'm a man. I'm gonna pop out. So what make people think, in my opinion, what make people think DJ Academics just gonna hold his, you know what I'm saying? You think he finna take her out for a meal and not get the dessert? That nigga finna get the whole entree. So and then the question is, when she do that sweet talking, hey, all that other shit, now do he put the rubber on? Or do he, you know what I'm saying, get drunk, get up in his feelings, and next thing you know, guess what? She pregnant. And now she got another nigga hooked. Would she ever date DJ Academics or somebody like that if he ain't had no bread? No. She told Cam Newton, I don't know if you saw her interview with Cam Newton. She told Cam Newton, when Cam Newton asked her, would you date a guy who made the same money as you? She says, nah, I give him advice. Didn't matter about his personality. Didn't matter about anything. Like the money is all that's important. And like you said, she is the main reason why the whole trial was given away. When I found out during the trial that Diddy was still paying her rent while she was on the stand testifying, that's all I need to know. Go ahead. How bad did she make women look though? Because she do make women look kind of bad by the way she carried herself, and then women who got real allegations. What's your thoughts about that?
That's exactly what she does. She makes women look bad. She makes people not want to believe women. Um, she makes women look like gold diggers. And that she makes it harder when we're abused, when we're beaten, when we're mistreated for, men, for anybody to feel bad or to believe. And so, yeah, I just think that she is what the problem is in, situations like this when, she's she's an example. She's an example of a lot of times why men don't want to believe women, you know, why women get treated this way. And, one bad example you know, is not a reason, for people not to believe victims, but this is an example of why they don't. And it's very unfortunate because now she's, look at the way she's carrying herself. Now she's running around with DJ academics. 50 Cent, he is not perfect. I think we all know that. We know that he was a criminal prior to his rap career. He was a criminal. We know that he wasn't even perfect. He got caught up in domestic violence with Daphne Joy, right? So there's things that could potentially come out against him.
He denied that though. He denied. Hold on. He denied that, and she did drop the lawsuit.
She denied it. I'm just saying that,
he denied. He denied it. Not her. He denied it.
What I'm saying is that, like, sometimes things come out against people, whether they're true or not, they resurface and stuff like that. So I know that 50 Cent is preparing himself for, like, what's that word? Not a pardon, but, like, he's cozying up to Trump, in my opinion, to make sure that like, he's untouchable for whatever, for anything that he might want to hide.
I disagree. I think that is for offense, not defense.
So you think if something should come up,
they both got the same enemy.
So you think that, okay, if you're an enemy of my friend, then you're my friend. You think that that's just the situation?
They have
the same ops, they're friends now.
I'm saying to you, you get close to that circle, and you really want to put somebody down and out, you go get up under their ear. Look, check this out. What Nicki Minaj do? Same playbook.
She probably wants.
Same playbook. Well, hold on. Yeah. Why is Nicki Minaj running around Elon Musk? Answer that question to you. Why is she running around Elon Musk?
Jay-Z.
No, I'm just right. I'm just saying. But why is she running?
It's her beef with Jay-Z.
No. But I'm just, so she
for protection and shelter.
Right. So what I'm saying to you is they're thinking offense. No. When you say that, I'm not thinking just defense. I'm talking about offense. I'm talking about they want to go on a full on. They want to get people with them that are powerful. See what I'm saying? So that when they launch their attacks, they have that protection, but they have people that'll go with them too. You feel what I'm saying? Like, think about this. J.D. Vance just came out the other day clowning Diddy. Talking about, oh, Diddy ain't no Christian. You standing beside Donald Trump. But now think about this. If the vice president of the United States is clowning Diddy in front of the world, clowning this dude, putting references from Mo Money, Mo Pro, all that shit in a book that he's selling, right? What you think they talking about this dude behind the scenes? If you openly, if I'm JD Vance and I'm openly clowning this dude, he has to get the word from Trump that that's okay. It's a green light on Diddy. Think about what I'm saying. So then once 50 go over there, he already know they don't like this dude either. Oh shit, we finna get him up out of here. So and I don't think it's about protection. I think it's about offense. I think it's about aggression. That's what I think it's about. Because if you got the same enemy I got, and you're in a very powerful position, and remember, who appoints these people who do the Southern District of New York? The actual the person that's in charge that brings the indictments against these people. Who appoints them? Donald Trump. See what I'm saying? Those federal indictments, he appointed that new guy. He fired Comey and appointed the what's his name? And now he just moved the J guy to a whole nother bigger level. So I got to see who else he's going to put into that spot, right? Mm-hmm. But with his flex, he got a lot of pull. When you get beside the President of the United States, and the President of the United States can make a lot of moves for you behind the scenes, you've seen this.
Yep.
So that's me personally. I think that nigga thinking full offense, man. And I'm going to tell you something.
He wants to put Diddy in the dirt.
They got 2 more years. Not just him. He got other people he want to get at too, but he got 2 more years. Trump got how many more years? 2.5? What do you got? 2 more years? How many more years in office he got?
And he's going to do some damage in there, so he's not going to get another term, obviously. So he's going to probably go, like
berserk.
That's what I'm trying to say.
He's going to go berserk these next 2 years.
He has nothing else to run for. So, get your favors in now.
And check this out. And he know they coming for him once he get out of office.
Exactly.
So he's going to, Trump is going to try and bury everybody right now. Like to the point to where they can't get back. So these next 2 years, you're going to see him turn all the way up. You feel what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
They're trying to fight back now with this whole Epstein files thing. But he took the country to a whole war to avoid that.
Mm-hmm.
Peep how he pivoted on that. Now the whole news is talking about the war, and they're not talking about the Epstein files no more.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So now if you're 50, you know all this.
Mm-hmm.
You don't think about this. You're 50. You don't did a documentary against Diddy, but you standing beside Trump. Bro, that's why I be trying to tell people, like, and they act like, oh, it's all I get. Let me tell you something. When you have over 40 women from the 80s to now come against a certain person and all the allegations are similar or similar in nature, bro, don't tell me they all lying. I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that, yo. I don't want to hear that. And we talking about people that don't know each other.
Right.
We talking about women from 20, 30 years ago. Some women that's 60 years old now. Some women that's 35 or 40 years old. They don't know each other.
Right.
So they all lying, right?
And we don't see Diddy doing a documentary on that, but he did one on Diddy because of his own hatred and personal, and look, you know that I cannot stand what Diddy did. You know that I wish that he was in jail for life. That's what I wish. But what 50 Cent is doing, I do not like it. And the reason is just because you didn't, like, he said that if he didn't do this documentary, that we would have all thought that the hip hop community stood beside that and agreed with it, or like they were fine that was going on, and they were, and they still are. Okay. He only said anything because his baby mom was involved. He doesn't give a damn about the women that were abused. He doesn't give a damn that women were getting abused. And I really believe that, because you knew about this. So you knew about it. You knew about it going on for years. You knew he was doing all these things. You never said anything until it hit your backyard, until it hit your home. And that's my problem with 50 Cent.
Well. Let me ask you this. And y'all hit that like button as y'all come on in here, man. I see the building starting to build up. I'm in here with my girl Dominique. Y'all make sure y'all go subscribe to her YouTube channel too. We're going to give y'all all the information at the end of this video. But Dominique, I got to ask you a question, because I got a lot of mixed commentary about this. Mm-hmm. And I'm a dude. I say the things I say, not because it's some simping or fuck shit. No, it's because I'm tired of seeing niggas be locked up for stupidity. So when I say, bro, the law say, if me and you are married, we live in the same house, I cannot put my hands on you to remove you from a house. I'm hearing these busted ass Negroes on the internet say, oh, well, he was trying to defuse the situation. I'm talking about Big Tigger. How was he trying to defuse the situation? When he goes and grabs the woman, she ain't grab him. She ain't swing on him.
Right.
Diffuse the situation is you turn around, you walk away, you call the cops on her. If it's that bad, you call the cops. Then you got all these delusional people running around the internet talking about something something wrong with her. Something wrong with her. Okay, if something was wrong with her, why he married to her? Why is he still married to her? If something's wrong with her, I want y'all to use your mind. Please, we have to do this in 2026. If something was this wrong with this woman that everybody's saying, why he married to her still? Why he ain't divorced her? Ain't nobody got no answers for that. These niggas run around YouTube talking about, hey man, cause see, I'm gonna tell you something, man. I don't think that's assault. Nigga, and that's the reason why the jail is full of black brothers down there right now. Because y'all don't know what assault is and what assault ain't, and what you can and can't do. So these niggas running around here online talking about he was just trying to remove it. Nigga, that's assault. Nigga, let me say this. In the state of Georgia and in most states, if you are married, let me give you an example. If I'm married to Dominique, I cannot physically remove her from the house. If I paid it, I can't remove her physically from the house. You know why? Because she's my spouse and she has equal right to be in that house regardless if my name is on the deed or what. These are the things you have to understand when you get married. This is the reason why the jail cell got so many brothers in it, because these niggas don't understand the law and they full of shit. Talking about, he was trying to defuse it. How you trying to defuse it and you walk to the girl? She ain't hit you. She was going to break this equipment. No, she wasn't. How you know that? How you know she was going to break the equipment? How you don't know that she was trying to make sure she kept that Ring camera equipment to have her evidence from that computer? Yeah, but you guys, like I said before, disgusting. So, did you see the video?
Of Big Tigger?
Uh-huh.
No, I didn't even know that they had a video. I read an article about what happened. I read when, she was the wife was coming out against him
TMZ put out the
about the
video.
abuse. That's
You need to go
insane.
look at that video right now. TMZ put out
I
the
am.
video.
I'm
Listen,
literally looking it up right now.
she's in the room over by the computer, right? She turns around and says, "Yeah, I'm bleeding. Take a picture." And he says something to her because she was had already gotten into a situation. Everybody ignore that.
Wow.
Then she said, "Yeah, I'm bleeding. Take a picture." The whole internet said she's capped, she's this, she's an evil person. I'm like, okay, if she all these things, what do that make Big Tigger as a decision maker? If everybody, the whole world is saying this person is crazy, and Big Tigger's married to her and he don't know it, why y'all blaming her? You didn't blame him. That's like, let me say this to you. That's like if you were with me and I'm in the house, I'm doing all this crazy shit. I'm crazy as hell. I'm acting a whole fool. If you don't remove yourself from that situation, that's your fault. You got an opportunity to get out of there. If you have an opportunity to walk out the house and you say, "Nah, I'm just gonna stay around here. I love him, so I ain't going nowhere. I'm gonna just let him whoop on my ass and do all this crazy shit that they say I'm doing, that shit he doing." That is what creates you as now. If I'm physically restraining you, that's something different.
Well, I don't get what she's trying to do. Was she trying to call the cops?
No, listen.
Because I see
Apparently
him.
something happened upstairs. Apparently something happened upstairs in the bedroom, right? So she has the phone and she's looking through his phone. She says that he, as she's looking through the phone, he tackled her upstairs and she fell down upstairs and got bruised, right? So then they come downstairs to the office. Now they got a Ring video camera system set up in the house. So she goes downstairs in the office. And then he comes downstairs. So when the video starts, she's like downstairs looking at a computer. You can see because there's a big mirror in front of her. So you can see like the reflection behind them. And he's behind her with an Apple hard drive in his hand. Right? She's she's like standing over there. First she's looking at something and he says something to her. She turns around to him and she says, "Yeah." She says, "Yeah, I'm bleeding. Yeah. Go ahead and take a picture of that. Go ahead and take that picture right now." And then he says something to her. She turns around like she's unplugging the computer equipment, right?
Right.
So that's when he walks up to her and grabs her. And she's like, "Yo, let me go." Then he starts grabbing her, and runs her into the door. And these niggas talking about, "Oh, well, she fell into the door." Nigga, how is she going to the door if he didn't grab her?
What?
Bro, I'm trying to tell you, listen.
People cannot be that
mindset.
And trying to defend him.
They wonder why black men are in prison right now. I'm telling you, these Negroes don't have no brains. They don't understand the law. They don't understand the rules of engagement. I'm going to say it to you again. I'm going to let her go. Keep your hands off the woman, brothers. It ain't going to be when you go to court, you ain't going to be able to say, "Oh, well, I thought, and I didn't know." Nigga, that's the law. The law says you cannot remove your wife from your house even if your name is on the deed. You're going to prison. Period. And guess what? Now Big Tigger's facing 21 years in prison. Just for that. Just for that. When all he had to do was walk out. If it was that bad, call the cops. And guess what? He would still he wouldn't be facing no charges right now. None. But these niggas is so charged up. These niggas is so crazy. They feel like, "Oh, well, that ain't assault." Nigga, are you out your mind? This is why they put niggas in prison, because they don't even know the law, Dominique. Did you see the video yet?
I watched it.
Now, go ahead, give me your thoughts.
Audio.
You got it. Go ahead.
Ticket, this video is disturbing. I mean, when you see this video just the footage alone, you can see what appears to be him grabbing her, physically forcing her, basically through this doorway. And it's awful. And, he's facing battery, child cruelty charges. And obviously he's denied these allegations, right? But the court granted his wife a protective order, and I can see why. And for me, people want to go to a place of defending him, and this isn't about cancel culture to me. This is about some accountability. And we've watched society rightfully condemn men who are caught on video putting their hands on women. That standard shouldn't change because someone is beloved or because they're a beloved radio personality or a familiar face from hip hop culture. That should not change.
Dominique,
Okay.
hold on 1 second. I don't want to cut you off. Hold on 1 second.
Mhm.
I got to deal with this nigga in the comment section. Hold on 1 second. The brother NEM, she, Benny, Israel, 1337. Let me say something to you, brother. Your comment says, but she can have you removed, huh? Nigga, that's why you call the cops. That's why you call the cops, nigga. Are these dudes stupid? Let me say something to you, nigga. Nigga, you have no self-control. You ought to be ashamed of yourself, boy. This is the reason why. Let me say this to you again. If that situation ever happens, you go call the cops. You don't put your hands on her. I don't give a damn what she doing. Nigga, if you're Big Tigger, you have had a whole career that you have worked so hard to have your reputation, right? You have a job, right? You don't know what his financial situation is, so you don't know what his retirement may be looking like or what. Nigga, and you might feel in your spirit, I'm taking the L right here. This ain't no man shit. No, nigga, no. You take your ass to a different room and you call the cops if it's that bad. That's what you do, you damn fool. Talking about she can have you removed. She can't have him removed. If he calls the cops and they have a ring camera, right? And she is doing damage, right? And he has done nothing wrong. Nigga, what the cops gonna do? What the cops gonna do? See, I'm gonna tell y'all niggas something. Cause see, you niggas make me mad. I'm tell y'all something. I'm thoroughly disgusted with every last one of you. You dudes is clowns to me. And I'm gonna tell y'all why. I'm gonna show y'all why. I'm gonna show you something, dog. I'm gonna show you something, Playboy. Cause y'all is disgusting in my book. And I'm just gonna keep that $100. Let me show y'all this. I'm gonna show y'all something. I'm gonna put this on the screen. Right? To see what I saw. And y'all lucky I ain't got this. Ooh, y'all lucky right now. You lucky I ain't got that picture up here. I want to show that picture I had. To see that girl face like that. To see her face like that. See, that man gonna mess around getting 20 years listening to a nigga like you. If a person is that bad, man or female, that bad, that they're destroying your things, you cannot be in the house with them. There's no way to resolve the issue. Brother, you politely walk to the other room, lock yourself in the room, and call the cops. You lock yourself in the other room, and you call the cops. You save your freedom. You save your dignity. You save your common sense. And you lower the rate of black men being incarcerated. You sitting over here worried about, oh, but she can have you removed. No. She had that nigga removed now from his own house because his ignorant ass put his hands on her to remove his own wife from a space that's both of theirs. See, I know some of y'all don't understand this. Because when you get married, it ain't yours no more. Guess what it is, Dominique? It's ours. So even if my name is on the deed, buddy, guess what? The law say, not ticket, the law in Georgia say that you must not use any physical force to remove her from any room, any space. Matter of fact, you can't even prevent her from leaving. If you do, it's kidnapping. And if she gets any injury doing it, it turns into a felony situation. Her getting that injury from him doing what he did, doesn't matter if it's an accident now. He's facing 20 years in prison. Just for that. 20 years in the main. This is the reason why. All the brothers, you have to practice self-control. Y'all need to understand that. You seen what happened with Diddy. This is why I don't be giving these niggas no break. The whole world seen what happened with Diddy, and these niggas still. A mind is a terrible thing to waste, man. You just saw what they did to Diddy. And niggas still out here willing to risk their freedom because they can't control their emotions. Go ahead, Dominique.
If you're using your size and strength to intimidate, restrain, or allegedly assault your partner, man or woman, that's unacceptable, period. So I want to be clear on that. Now, everyone deserves a due process, and the legal case should for sure play out, right? But employers, sponsors, and media companies also have to decide what values they stand for. If the evidence ultimately supports these allegations, there should be real professional consequences for this, not because of public pressure, but because domestic violence just shouldn't be excused, especially when the person involved is famous. No celebrity should get a pass for conduct we'd condemn from anyone else. So if you and I can't do it, Ticket, if I can't go out and beat, my partner, and you can't go out and beat your partner, then why should a celebrity be able to do it? Why should somebody who was, on, Big Tigger's The Basement, BET's The Basement, like, why do you get to do this? Because you had Wu-Tang and Ghostface Killer on your show. See, a lot of people won't remember this, but I remember Big Tigger in The Basement. Like, I'm from New York, so I used to really watch BET, and I used to watch those, those video shows and stuff like that, those talk shows. And I'll never forget when Ghostface Killer came on his show, he made him look so pedestrian. He sat there on camera. He was just like, "Do I look like I'm playing with you? Am I a joke to you?" Big Tigger was shook. So he's not even like that. So to see him get like that with a woman and be like that, so you couldn't beat anybody your own size. Him and Ghostface are pretty much the same size. Ghostface punked him right there in that basement. Punked. Ticket. Punked. You would think that Big Tigger is somebody that wouldn't hurt a fly. So for him to be doing that to his wife but can't raise up on any man, nobody's going to respect that. If you pulled up that video right now, I'm going to send you the clip. I'm going to send you the clip of that.
They're not going to let me do it because of the copyright.
I'm just going to send it to you for you to see how he got punked as a man. As a grown man, you got
send that to me.
By another man, and you had he got so punked. He could not defend himself. It was worse than, remember the scene when Baby came up there to Hot 97 and punked Charlemagne?
All three of you.
When he was like, all three of you, not Hot 97.
Nah.
Whatever. Yeah, the Breakfast Club. Remember when he came up there?
Yeah, he said, put some
and
respect
he was
on my name.
But Charlemagne was scared. They were all sitting there scared.
I ain't gonna say he was scared, because Charlemagne, man, he a fool, man. But I know when he was scared, when that dude pieced him up outside the radio when he was running in the middle of the street. Remember when dude hit him and gave him the eye jammy? That shit was crazy. He had that nigga running in the middle of traffic. I said, yo, this nigga right here, bro. This nigga almost got hit by a Mack truck out that jump about 6 o'clock in the morning. I said, bro, this dude right here is a damn fool. But yeah, hey.
It was Rap City. Rap City was the name of the show. It was like in 2000, literally the year 2000, he got pressed. He got pressed by Ghostface Killer. And he just was standing there scared.
And see, let me say something to you. If this is like me and you, like I do this, like when me and you go back and forth, everybody like, take it. This is for the show on here. If me and you are at the house by ourselves and it's any argument, I walk to the other room immediately.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't even finna go back and forth with you, yo. Yo, let me tell you something. I had an ex-girlfriend, hated me because I would not engage. Oh, you're not finna listen to me? You're not finna? I said, nah, I ain't finna argue with you. I'm going here. I'm going somewhere else. And this is what I would do. I would go lock myself in another room, and she start beating on the door, going crazy. Oh, you're not gonna let me in here? You don't want to listen to me? I'm like, nah, okay, I gotta go. Like, after a couple months of dealing with that shit, nah, man. Because if I'm trying to walk away, and I don't want to argue, right? Because I'm not the type of person, because I used to have a serious anger management problem when I was young. Like, against all kind of dudes. Like, you know what I'm saying? I would hold it off against the ladies. But it was getting so bad that, you know what I'm saying? I had to get counseling. I had to go to military school. I had to do all these things to get my attitude in order, right? And it still kept going on. Like, I had to calm myself down. So I got to a point where I was just like, you know what, man, ain't nothing gonna bother me no more. Like, if a woman say anything to me personally, it's not gonna bother me like that. Like, you can't make me engage with you no more. Period. It's not gonna happen. Like, you're not gonna do the same thing a dude could do to me on the basketball court. Or if we just in real life, just somewhere and it's a situation, you're not finna take me to that place. I'm just gonna walk away. I'm gonna make you feel like you arguing with yourself. And see, a lot of these guys, they can't do that. They can't handle what I say, because what I say is the truth, and it helps keep a lot of people out of prison. See, I'm gonna tell you something. If you just exercise walking away, right? Because in this world we live in, and I do stories about this all the time on my other channels. Look at all of the heinous things that happen when you have situations surrounding domestic violence, and how these things can escalate and go to a whole different level. You understand what I'm saying? So instead of it going to there, instead of me sitting back here arguing with you all day in real life, and we doing this, doing it, man, listen, man, go ahead, you got it. I don't even care. If you can feel in your mind you won. It's cool, no problem. But you're not finna wreck my peace. So, and my point is, all the people that keep these people deflecting, you got ladies deflecting like, oh, but what about her? Nigga, what about her? If she that bad, why is he still with her? That was still his wife all the way to this time. Y'all are saying all these bad things about this woman, but he was still married to that woman, so he wasn't worried about the things y'all was worried about. So, silence. Don't nobody want to hear it. If he ain't worried, this is the same shit with the NFL football player, Travis Hunter, and his wife, Leanna. If that nigga ain't worried about why is y'all worried about it? He a grown-ass man. He's a grown-ass man. And they gonna tell me stop pandering. No, I'm not pandering, you dummy. What I'm doing is, asshole, like, I'm saving black men from going to prison for 20 years. See, you a damn fool, brother, to think the way that you think. Because Big Tigger, because of that one moment, guess what? In your eyes, and y'all brother's eyes, oh, he a man, he bravado. But guess what? When that nigga's doing 10 to 15 years in the Bing, ain't none of y'all niggas gonna put no money on his books. Ain't none of y'all going to visit him. And after 3 or 4 years, you gonna forget he even existed. You ain't even gonna remember him until it's time for him to come out. And they say, oh, well, Big Tigger been released 15, 20 years later. You have to see, that's why I'm trying to tell y'all. These black men are insane, bro. They don't use their minds, and they wonder why we got a prison system full of black men. This is the same thing you teach every day. I teach every day and show young fellas what we call violence prevention. Violence prevention. What are ways that we can stop you guys from fighting? What are ways that we can resolve problems without using violence that can get somebody hurt? Then you got a situation like with Carmelo Anthony and the boy Austin Metcalf, right? So, but if you got violence prevention, that never happens. Now, everybody sitting out here running their mouth, that boy got 35 years in prison. He got 35 years in prison. But they don't want to listen to somebody when somebody say, hey, man, look, we need to practice. Instead of making all these old lame-ass excuses, how about telling our brothers and sisters, hey, man, look, we got to think this thing over. Because the laws ain't always set up for what you want. They're not. The laws are not always set up for what you want. So if you think it's okay to remove your wife from a room, guess what the law say? It's not. And guess what else the law say? If she get hurt while you're removing her, by any way, shape, or form, you're facing 20 years in prison. Now, what type of brother who got any common sense would not tell other brothers, hey, man, look, y'all need to understand what's going on and what they doing to these Negroes. Cut this capping ass shit out, man. This is the same thing that's going to lead to what I'm talking about right now. This NBA shit. I got the paperwork. They don't arrested Malik Beasley now. They arrested this man. You know why? Because God bless this man with $60 million contract, Dominique. This man made $60 million. He just lost another $42 million. He had signed for $42 million more with the Pistons, and he's lost it. They voided his contract. You know why? Because he's scavenging for $2,000 for bets because he's misused all of his money. It's all in the reports. Manage. Think about this. And you tell these brothers this, and they get mad at you for telling the truth. Talking about, oh, you parent, nigga, get off your knees, boy. I told you, boy, I don't lay down for nobody. You understand? I only respect God. That's it, boy. And I'm going to speak what I feel every time. If what I feel aligns with you, cool. If I feel don't align with you, hey, man, do you. But don't get in my mix. Because I'm going to say what I feel every single time. And ain't nobody going to change that shit. Right? And what I'm saying is, I'm telling brothers to use your mind. Use critical thinking skills. Because guess what's going to happen? Same thing that happened with them boys that killed that boy Julio Fulio. They're going to be sitting up there at the time where they're getting sentenced, crying, talking about they wish they never did it. Because now all they niggas that they was riding and sliding for ain't nowhere to be found. Them niggas high and dry. But y'all don't want to listen to this shit. Now they got life without the possibility of parole for one bad decision that they can't take back. And people don't want to hear this truth that you spit into their ear holes because they so full of this evil within their spirit and their heart, right? They don't want to. These niggas don't want to change. They want to be the same nigga they was 20 years ago. Think about what I'm saying. I'm putting something real on your brain, my nigga. They want to be the same person that they were 20 years ago. Think about this. Who mentally wants to be the same person they were? Dominique, would you ever want to be the same person you were 15, 20 years ago? Come on, man. Would you want to think the same way? Or would you like to mature in your thought process? Be wiser. Be smarter. Understand how to move. If that's the case, you wouldn't be making $62 million and getting jammed up over $2,500 bets. That's insane. Now you're facing 40 years in prison. 40 plus years in prison, he facing. Over a couple of bets, 20,000, 2,000, 2,500. I'm like, nigga, you making $62 million. What in the blue hell is going on? And they get mad at you when you say these truths. Them niggas think you selling out. No, nigga, I'm telling y'all niggas the truth. I'm tired of seeing niggas go to prison every single day. Every day you turn to, y'all niggas ain't tired of that shit, man. The same thing. Bro, go ahead. What's your thoughts on our mentality in general? In general, of people who don't want to comprehend and understand that, listen, in this world we live in, there are laws. And you need to know them. And you need to understand how to apply those laws.
Yeah.
So if we going back and we talking about Big Tigger, if Big Tigger would have knew the law, which is I can't put my hands on this girl and remove her from this room, because if she gets hurt or anything happens, which did, I'm going to be facing 20 years in prison. Now, do you think if somebody would have told him before that, hey, bro, if you put your hands on her, man, and she get hurt by any way, shape, or form, bro, you already going to get a charge, but it's going to be an enhanced charge. You're going to be facing 20 years if she get hurt. Now, if she gets hurt, the nigga facing 20, he's facing a mandatory minimum of 3 years. 3 to 20 years in prison. He's facing up to 21 years total with 2 charges. And they got him on tape. This ain't even going to be a situation where he going to be able to go to court. No, they have him on tape. What's wrong with these niggas? And I'm seeing niggas running around here on YouTube like, hey, man. Bro, the mind is a terrible thing to waste. It break my spirit, Dominique. It break my spirit to see these niggas acting like this. It's like, bro, it ain't no growth on no level, my nigga. None? That nigga just run around here on stupid time. It make no sense to me whatsoever. Go ahead, baby.
I just can't. He thought he was above the law. I don't think that he didn't. I don't think that Big Tigger doesn't know the law. I don't think that men don't know that putting their hands on their partner is wrong. I think that when you get in positions of power, you think that you're above the law.
Nah, they don't know. No. Listen, I want you to know. I don't mean to cut you off. I'm going to tell you why they don't know. They think, Dominique, That abuse is if I punch you, if I hit you, if I strike you. They don't think abuse is if I grab you and remove you or throw you out the crib. They don't think that's abuse. This is real. Go ahead.
I just I, I hear you, but there's a part of me like I just can't believe that Big Tigger doesn't know that you can't put your hands on your wife. I I don't, and the reason why I don't believe that they don't not know is because they go to great lengths to hide it. So, I go to a place where, okay, you think that you're above this. You think that you're above this accountability.
I don't think, and I want to say this to you.
Mhm.
I don't think that these dudes know the difference.
They might not
I
know
think
the
they think
piece
I
of what
think they
you
because
said,
I
like,
want to say something
"Hey,
like
even
they
though I
think
bought this house," like, they
yeah
probably think, "Oh, I bought this house. This is my house.
I can remove you from this
I
house,
can
right?
remove you from this house." Like, that piece of it, I agree with you on. Like, those laws, like, those things, I feel like it's complicated for people, and for some reason, they lose sight. They become delusional in that sense, right? But I think the part where, you see him roughing up this woman, she's, bleeding or she's injured or whatever the case may be. He wasn't thinking, "Oh, well, I shouldn't be doing this." He was thinking that I can do this, I'm going to do this, and I'm going to get away with it. Diddy, when you see him beating Cassie brutally on video, he believed that he was above the law, that he was going to get away with that. And he had been beating her for years. So, it being on video is no consequence to him. He'll just pay the person off and it'll go away and all these things, right? And we saw how that worked out for him. But I believe that that's the attitude, that's the mindset at play here. And then men who are looking at this from the outside looking in, they're just, they're so angry and feeling like, you know what? Women are always getting away with things. They're not accountable. And I mean, in these situations, I mean, women have to stop putting their hands on men as well. Nobody should be putting their hands on anybody. No one should be putting their hands on their partner. And there's consequences for it. And when men handle it the right way, we've seen it go the other way, where the woman is removed, they can get a protective order against them. It's just how you handle it. And if you handle things the right way, if you, like you said, if you can control your emotions around the situation, take your emotions out of it and and take the right steps, you can come out of that situation unscathed. But, from what I'm looking at, it doesn't even look like she is the aggressor. It does not look like she is provoking him in any way. I don't know what she's doing to him that's making him so upset that he needs to put his hands on her. I don't understand. But again, I'm not listening to the audio. I'm just watching this video.
Turn the audio on.
Let's see. It's just so crazy. I just can't believe he did that?
If it's something in there that he don't want her to see, I'm
Yeah, but
saying?
that's where it comes
I
from.
ain't gonna say nothing, but I'm just saying. You know what I'm saying? Real talk.
This is a clip from an episode of Rap City in 2000.
Oh wow, she's saying, "Get off of me." That's insane. He's like, "You better wipe that smirk off your face." So, I mean, to me, this isn't the first time that they've had a physical altercation. Just from the verbiage that he's using to her. Like, she's not allowed to make a smirk on her face because he's gonna wipe that look off her face.
I ain't hear him say that. When he said that?
He didn't say, you didn't hear him say, "You better," you know what?
No,
I'm
I'm saying
sorry.
when did he say that? At what point in the video?
You know what? I have both these videos playing where Ghostface Killer's punking him. That's Ghostface telling him that. My bad. Sorry, I'm listening to the wrong audio and watching the wrong video. Let me try that again. Man. crazy, crazy, crazy.
You got it?
Yeah, I'm listening now.
I'm leaving, so take a picture. Take a picture. Take a picture. Alicia, stop. Take a picture. Alicia, stop. Get off the picture. Get off of me. Get off of me.
It's the screaming for me. Honestly, it's the screaming. Like, the video's disturbing, Ticket.
Take a picture. Take a picture. Alicia, stop. Take a picture. Alicia, stop.
I mean, he clearly, yeah. I don't have any sympathy for him.
Did you hear her at the beginning say, take a picture, I'm bleeding? Go
Yeah.
back to the very beginning. Listen to what she said.
Yeah, no, I heard. What I don't understand is why is she saying that?
Because maybe she was getting her ass whooped and she was bleeding and said, look, nigga, take a picture. I'm bleeding. Take a picture of that. Yeah, go ahead. Maybe that's why. We don't know. We'll find out. And you know the other sad part is? Now, he denied anything happened in that situation. He said unequivocally that nothing had happened. He didn't do nothing to her, right? Mm-hmm. And he said he didn't have nothing going on with that co-host girl. The police don't got those messages. Woo! The cops got them messages now. See,
Okay.
that where it get diabolical, because now that's gonna tell a whole different story. Whatever those messages are, because the cops got a right to go get those messages. Now they're doing an investigation. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm.
He deserves what he's gonna get. I'm sorry.
If she tell the cops, yo, we was arguing because I was looking at certain messages, and he say, nah, that's a lie. The cops will go look at the messages to try to confirm her story. All he had to do, listen, he might have took a little loss. They might have got divorced. He might have had to pay some bread. He wouldn't have went to prison. He wouldn't have went to prison because he ain't assault her. Now, you get hit with a triple whammy. That charge got a 3-year minimum on it. And you know, if you don't take a plea deal, he's pleading innocent. If you don't take a plea, and if you go to court, oh, they're going to try and stick you with that time, because they're going to be like, oh, you took our time on the court's time. You didn't want to take a plea, so you didn't show no remorse. That's when they give you more time on your sentencing. That's why guys come out and take pleas. If you knew all that shit was on tape, man, you take the plea from the beginning. See what I'm saying? You take that plea from the beginning. The fact that the cops got that video's a month old. And do you know that she didn't even tell the cops at first? Do you know who it was that told the cops? The hospital.
Who?
He did that to her, took her to the hospital. The doctors asked her, hey, what happened to you? And she didn't say nothing. Only he was doing the talking. And the cops was like, hold on. They called the cops on it. The doctors was like, hold on.
Big Tigger?
Yeah. When they went to the hospital, he took her to the hospital, right? All these people in here talking this shit. This is what I'm saying. She was down. She was ride or die for that nigga. This happened a month ago. This happened May 9th. So that same day, did you see her face? Did you see her face?
No, because it's a black and white video.
No. Time out.
You mean pictures that are online?
No. Don't say nothing. Don't say nothing. Because I'm finna show you something. When I show you this, I'm finna tell you something, Dominique. You finna hate this nigga. When I show you this, you finna hate him, right? You finna hate him. I'm trying to tell you this. I can't believe you ain't seen it, because I already know how you get down. If you would have seen those pictures, you would have turned up 400 degrees on that ass. And I'm going to show you. before and afters, right? I'm gonna show you before and afters, right? Before and afters, I'm gonna show you right now. And like I said, I already know how you roll, so I know how you gonna move on that. I already know how she get down. Hold on, let me show you. Why is my shit acting like this? Hold on, I'm gonna show you right here. This is her. Before. You see that? Do you see that?
No. Is
You
it
see
supposed
it
to be on
now?
the screen or
Yeah.
did you send it to me?
Okay, look, it's on the screen. I don't know if you can see it.
No.
That's her before.
I've seen her before. She's a beautiful woman.
Right. Hold on, that's her before.
And I think I'm looking at the photos of the abuse.
Yeah. Now, do you see the photos that I'm showing
I
everybody?
just see one, but I can't see.
Yeah. Okay. Well, let me.
I
go
don't
ahead.
see anything you're putting on the screen.
Okay.
No.
Okay. So let's go ahead and turn up. Let's turn up.
It's not there.
Let's turn up. And then you have people trying to say, "Oh, she fake crying." Nigga, if you got hit in your head like that, nigga, how do you think you would feel? If your shit got whopped up like that? Y'all niggas is crazy. She like she got hit in the head with a baseball bat.
She does. I mean, she has a huge gash over her eye and her
That's-
eyebrow.
Now that's a month later. Imagine what that was that day.
I mean, it looks like he hit her with something, not just his
She
hand.
she ran her ass into the doorknob.
Oh, okay.
Straight to the door. That could have took her whole eyeball out.
Oh, he like threw her into the doorknob?
Did you not go watch the video? That's
I
when
am
she
watching, but
said,
it's at the
"Ah!"
door.
Boom. Listen to the boom at the end. That's when she hit her eye into the doorknob.
Wow.
Right?
It was awful.
Yeah. So
Do you think he was having an affair with the co-host?
who knows? Who knows? In this era we live in, I'm just gonna say leave it like that. In this era we live in, 20. In this era we live in, I'm gonna say, in this era we live in, you never know. You never know, man. You got dudes out here painting their fingernails, all kind of stuff. So you just don't know. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying he was. I'm just saying that's the type of era we live in. You know, dudes just wearing pocketbooks, painting their fingernails, wearing skirts, things like that. Feel me? So you just don't know, right? Just don't know. So my point to you is this though. You just gotta let that shit go. You gotta take the loss. You gotta let it go. You gotta take the loss, right? And it is what it is. You know what I mean? You gotta just take that loss right there, man.
I mean, he's
know what I'm saying?
cooked. I don't see how he's going to come back from this.
Wheezy
We can't
outta here.
ignore. We can't ignore. We can't just ignore this. You know what I'm saying? We can't.
Yo, this is the last thing I want to touch on with you before we get out of here tonight. And I'm just let you go ahead. I want to just get your thoughts, man. I'm not gonna do nothing crazy. I just want to get your thoughts.
Okay.
Because
Just my thoughts.
Joe McCann dropped a lot of evidence on that Ashley Janae situation.
Mm-hmm.
She looked like she had been going through some real thing, and he showed evidence that he did send a lot of communications to her parents, and they weren't allegedly responding.
Mm-hmm.
Did you see the photos of her in the middle of the street, throwing the clothes in the middle of the street, standing
Yeah.
like now?
She was obviously troubled though.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I
Now,
think
let me just ask you. I want to ask you this because I want you to answer this. So, and then you can just say whatever you want to say. So, you saw those photos. You saw text message. You see the text message, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Do that change your mind now? Now, here's what I'm saying. This is why I'm saying this to you, because remember, Joe didn't have to release none of that. He could have just let this alone, disappear, and in a year or so, nobody would have cared anymore. The fact that he did release this, if anything he released was fake, He puts
Marla
himself.
Esposito.
He puts him. If anything was fake, he puts himself in a position to go to prison for life in the United States of America because they can check the authenticity of those photos and messages.
Hold on, Ticket. I'm so sorry. Keep talking. I'm so sorry. I have to
Yeah.
call.
So
I have to take
go
this
ahead.
call.
Go ahead. Go
Sorry.
ahead. Go ahead. See, hey, see, this is what happens when you got big
My
business
bad.
going on. You see what I'm saying?
My bad. I'm
You-
so
you-
sorry.
You did. Just tell them to put me in on the deal, though. You feel me? They gotta put me in on the deal, straight like that. Put me in on the deal. You dig? Can you dig that? They gotta put me in on the deal, straight up. So yeah, you guys, as I was saying to y'all, and I'll say this again. Yeah, man, that situation with Joe, man. Joe dropped a lot of receipts. And think, if you fake those messages, the United States can charge him with felony charges on that. And remember, just because you're out of the country, when you come back to the country, they can still investigate you if you lied and charge you. So when I told all y'all that y'all jumped to judgment on that dude because y'all didn't like him because he was a white guy and you didn't like how he looked and this, that, and the third, hey, man, this is why you always never judge a book by its cover, black or white. You judge people by what you see them do in real life, though. See what I'm saying? And if you don't see them in real life, hey, man, listen, it's a lot of people. Let me say this to y'all. Movies can make y'all think. Legacy TV shows can make y'all feel a certain way about a person. It can make you feel good about a person. It can make you feel bad about a person. Don't you know that? What's the white guy's name? You guys that did the role of Remy in Higher Learning. He was the role of the racist. I forget his name. I forget his name. People hated him in real life. That was a movie, and they hated him in real life. But that's how that movie influenced people's minds because that's how they remembered him. They remembered you as this. So whenever you're in these movies, whenever you're in these legacy TV shows, people think you're that person. Let me give you a perfect example. Carl Winslow. They think Carl Winslow is good old Carl, right? Let me say it again. They think Carl Winslow is good old Carl from the Family Matters. But what you hear about Carl Winslow in real life is completely different than Carl Winslow in Family Matters. Eddie Winslow. In Family Matters, Eddie was macking all the honeys, man. Eddie had all the chicks in Family Matters. The baddies. But in real life, though, Eddie Winslow was running around here. He was running around here with a whole brother. He was running around here with an undercover brother in real life. That's real life. See what I'm saying? But when you get attached to a certain person because of their role, you love them because of their role. This is what happens. It's called mind programming. Where they program you to love a person because of the role and what may have did to your life. That role may have been important to you in your life. You may have looked up to that person in that role, in that life. You may have been a teenager thinking that you moved and act like Eddie Winslow. And then when you found out what type time Eddie Winslow was really on in real life, though, you're like, oh, hell no. Nah. What? No dice. So this is why I say the things I say on this channel, ladies and gentlemen, because what I say is very, very important. Think about what I said. So realistically, a lot of these people, we don't even know them. You just know them from the TV show. And they can make you look good or bad depending on your role. Guess what, y'all? The bad guys in the movies could be good guys in real life. But you're so used to them being a bad guy in their role, that's programmed your mind to look at them like a piece of trash. Think about this. If you saw a person play a role where they were abusing women or doing something like this all the time, that's your mindset. They always play that abuseful role and this, that, and the thing. You're like, hold on, man. This nigga right here, scumbag. That's how you see him. But that's just an act. That's a role. You don't know him in real life. That's why I be trying to tell y'all this. And then once you see these things, the real life shit, you be like, damn, dog, come on, man. And what I do is tell brothers, hey, man, don't do this because they're going to put you in prison. Don't beat on that girl. It's going to put you in prison, dog. They're going to lock your ass up and take your freedom. And nigga get mad at what I say. What I'm saying is real. Right? Like, share, subscribe. Ain't no making excuses. They don't want to hear no excuses. When you go into court, they don't want to hear that shit. They don't want to hear no excuses. Y'all have a blessed night. Like, share, subscribe, man. Y'all know what's up, man. Ain't nobody perfect. But what we trying to do is actually use the platform to say what's right, my nigga. And if you got a problem with somebody on that platform saying what's right, something wrong with you.